Bum, bum, bum. Today is a great day. Today has been a great day, and I think it's a great chance for me to show you what has been going on and explain a little more so you can understand. Today in our episode, we're gonna talk about so many things. Big institutions, BLACKROCK, Fidelity, Charles Schwab. All these big institutions getting a lot of interest in Bitcoin. We're gonna talk about the price hovering around the 30K. Right at the moment, it's like 29.99999, which is a little crazy, my boy. It's like just like 30K, 29, 30K, 30.5, 30.4, 30.1. It's amazing. It's just like watching a freaking finals in a beautiful game. We're gonna talk about some technical analysis showing what's going on with the falling wedge. We're gonna talk about what's has been going on the weekly chart, on the daily chart. We're gonna talk about everything. I want you to be ready for today's episode. Okay, so number one, if I go to the charts here, let's just go to the charts. And you need to follow me on TradingView, by the way, guys. My name is Chemastro on TradingView. You're gonna enjoy what you're gonna see on TradingView. Yeah, you really have to follow me in TradingView for the main reason of you really don't want to miss that. You're gonna see a lot of important information. Let's open the chart. Let's see what's going on our chart. Beautiful chart today. Amazing. Okay. This falling wedge that you've seen on the screen right now, I talked about this. In the last 2 weeks. But I want to say something. This has been going on since April for about 2 months. And only a few days ago, BlackRock, the big investment company, amazing, massive company. If you don't know about it, this big investment management company, you need to search about it now. You need to educate yourself. You need to learn what's going on. Do not just be sitting there hearing this big names and you don't understand anything. It's not just about Bitcoin. It's not just about crypto. It's not just about money. It's just not about markets. It's about understanding the big players, understanding what's going on. You have to be like that. You have to be the guy who is able to zoom out, not just on the charts, but zoom out and see the bigger picture. See what's going on in the world. Who's pulling the strings? This company is one of them companies that pull the strings. This is a company that has a lot of money that they control. And when they decide to do something called ETF, and if you don't know what is an ETF, which is an exchange traded fund. Let me just explain it to you if you have no idea what does it mean. I'm gonna use the gold as an example. So the gold, it's the physical, beautiful gold that everybody buys and everybody's stuck on. You can go and buy gold, like billions of gold, kilograms, pounds of gold, whatever, and just stock it in your home. Awesome, cool, good for you. Gold price goes up, your money is safe. It's a hedge against inflation. That means you're safe if the inflation actually happens. Cool, but what if you don't want to take that risk? What if you don't want to have the gold in your home? God forbid, your home set on fire. God forbid, you got robbed. Son, what are you going to do now? Do you want to lose your gold? What about if you want to transfer the value of whatever you have to another country? Are you going to bring a lot of gold in your hand? No, this is a stupid idea. The right thing to do is to buy a contract from another issuer who has a lot of gold that gonna say that you, whatever your name is, Mike, has that amount of gold. It's called an ETF. In simple terms, it's a paper that says me, I'm the guy who owns some gold. I'm gonna sell it to you as a stock. Or just a paper that says that you, Mike, has some of my gold. That ETF price should be almost 100% proportional to the price of gold. I can have 0.1 pound of gold, but sell you an ETF. I don't have to have exactly 1-to-1, but it is proportional. I don't have to go into details. When gold actually was traded as an ETF, the price jacked. It pumped like crazy. And when you hear a big company that want to be an issuer of an ETF for Bitcoin, you need to go crazy. But I want you to go a little deeper. What's behind the scenes? Why this company is interested in having an ETF for Bitcoin to have an exposure for a lot of clients that can buy Bitcoin from them as an ETF? Because they can see what's going on. They can see what's happening with the SEC cases. They can see what is going on, that the only freaking thing this year that didn't get tanked Bitcoin. They try to attack it right, left, and center, and it's still at the top. If you cannot see this, I'm sorry. You are blinded. So, a lot of people keep mentioning that big institutions like this company, like the other two companies, we have Fidelity, we have the other company called Schwab, have a lot of interest. One of them have the securities, the ETF, blah, 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 all these big things. You just need to understand the bigger picture that big companies are interested in getting Bitcoin. That means you, the small guy who will be so big, you need to be as interested as them, or maybe even a little more. Do you know why? Because you got the advantage of knowledge, something that you might not have. Okay, so this is number one, a big trigger that had Bitcoin and a lot of people getting very interested in the hot cake of Bitcoin. It's going up. Okay, second thing I want to talk about today, looking at the beautiful chart here, I want to talk about the technical analysis. I talked about this on TradingView, and let me show you something very interesting, something crazy interesting. That was my, okay, I'm not going to even get the weekly. I want to show you the daily one. The daily one I think was a little more interesting. Yep, it's that one. Okay, so guys, I had this on June 6th, 2 weeks. What did I say here? I want to show you. What did I say? I said everybody now on YouTube and social media is freaking out that BTC is crashing. It was very true. Everyone was freaking the F out that BTC is crashing. I said no. And you need to check my ideas on TradingView. You need to check my videos on YouTube. You're going to understand what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. This is a once in a lifetime chance for you to take. I said buy before June 8th. And I know what I'm talking about. Technically, it is a bullish flag on weekly with lots of bullish signs on oscillators like MACD, stochastic, ADX, blah, blah, blah. Just technically, and I say magically using my unique astrological predictions, something I use, it cannot be taught, whatever. It doesn't mean something. You have to think of it as like looking at the bigger market sentiment, like just news. Just think of it as the big news. I can explain it to you in the terms of news. I can tell you that soon they're gonna be big news, like the BLACKROCK. I said in June they're gonna be big news. And I'm telling you now and record it. In August they're gonna be bigger news, if not the biggest ever. This year is the year for Bitcoin, and mark my words. I'm speaking today in June 21st, 2023. In August gonna be the biggest ever. This year is the year for Bitcoin. If you're not gonna act upon this, you're gonna regret this a lot. Look at this. Look at the beauty of what happened here. Let me explain what's going on. I said there's a falling wedge. This regression channel. A channel in technical analysis, that means the price is trading between two lines. It's stuck between these two lines, up and down. It cannot go all the way up, all the way down. It's consolidating between these two lines. These two lines can have three different types. They can be like that, 0 degree. You understand? 0 degree. Or they can be rising. They can have a positive degree, 45 degree. It can be anything. It can be 15. 0 up to 90. If it's like this, then I mean it's just flying to the fucking sky. It's not like that. It's like this, it's gonna go like that. The other angle, the other way, is the falling wedge. Each one of the three has a different meaning. Usually we get either a falling or a rising. Rising, if it comes from down below, it's a continuation. Because you're gonna go all the way down, rises, then it continue. It's always the opposite, you understand? But if it's falling, if it's coming from top to down, it's gonna reverse. In our case, it's a continuation because it came from the bottom to the top, falling, then it has to make that nice movement. Let's take a look what happened. And I said there, it's either one of two things. It's either gonna go all the way up and it's gonna break, or it's gonna go a little down to go up because it needs to trade through the freaking... It's amazing. This is amazing. That's what I talked about. And where did I had my target? Up to the 38. We're gonna talk a little more about that. What I wanna say, guys, that this is just so simple and so many, like, trying to understand prices of markets like this. People use news, people use technical analysis. I wanna tell you something else. What's happening now with Bitcoin is a revolution, something that humanity has never seen before. If you don't understand this, or if you still think, if you're a boomer who still think the Bitcoin is another dot-com bubble, if you still think the Bitcoin is another freaking stock from 1920s till now, you're stupid. You don't know what's going on. You're ignorant. Because this is a revolution. This is a new age. Welcome to the new age. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm so sorry, but I promise you, you're gonna come back and you're gonna say, I was wrong. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. You should be sorry to yourself, not to me. Okay, so what's gonna happen next? Looking at the chart from a technical analysis, we have a lot of pivot points. I have a pivot point at the 29.3 broke. We broke it. The second one is around the 31.5. This is the one we're looking for. If I look at the MACD, still look very strong. If I look at the 4 hourly, it looks a little weaker, which is totally fine. So I have to review this. We can expect a little pullback to 29.1. Very acceptable. Because if that happens, I'm going to be looking at a formation of an Elliott waves. Something I love to look at because it's always an Elliott wave an idea. And if you want to know more about what I'm talking about, I can show you the bigger term of what's going to happen with Bitcoin in the next 2 to 3 months using Elliott waves. Because that's going to explain everything. We are in one of the Elliott waves now. So if it pulls a little back, very acceptable. If it doesn't, then we're going to the 31.5 very soon. I'm expecting this bold mini micro run to continue for at least 2 days using my super freaking analysis here. My analysis here that you don't have to understand what I'm doing here, but I can tell you for at least to June 22nd. June 23rd might be also another day. These 3 days, so whatever happening now will continue. It's not gonna stop. Mark my words. It's not gonna stop. What you have to do is one of 2 things, and it's all up to you. Do your own research about the things I mentioned. Try to understand the bigger picture, number 1. Number 2, ignore everything I said and leave me alone. But come back again! And remember that, I'm not gonna say I told you so,